Hi, my name is Touraj Ebrahimi. I am senior Java developer. In this tutorial, I want to discuss about multi-threading in Java. What is a thread? A thread is a small chunk of program that can be executed independently from another chunk or another thread. For example, if you have a very complex logic in your program and you want to separate them into smaller parts that let them to be executed concurrently and independently from each other, you can use threads. So you can divide your logic into some tasks, and those tasks can be executed simultaneously, and OS will be responsible for scheduling threads and managing the states of threads. Actually, each thread has different states that I will discuss about the state and life cycle of the thread in another part of this tutorial. So, another important issue regarding threads is that you should keep in mind that in some situation, if you don't code your program and threads properly, they may conflict with each other and causes exception in your flow. So you should learn and you should use different mechanism for synchronization between threads and prevent them from conflicting with each other. So I will discuss about these issues and different kind of synchronization mechanism, also regarding what classes, interfaces, and APIs is available in Java, and basically in Java util concurrent package, also Java lang, that you can use them for your multi-threading purpose in Java. Well, how to create threads in Java? You have two different ways for creating a thread in Java. One of them is implementing runnable interface, and another one is extending thread class. Thread class is a concrete class, and runnable interface is actually a functional interface. Functional interface means that it has only one method. Runnable interface has only one method called run. So you have different ways for creating a thread in Java. For example, you have my worker that can implement runnable. Also, you have my worker 2 that can implement runnable interface. Or you have my task 1, as you see in the slide, that can extend thread, or my task 2 that can extend thread. But what is the difference between run when you implement runnable interface or when you extend class, and which one would be better for you for your program? It depends on the situation. The most important difference between implementing runnable or extending thread is when you implement runnable, you actually using composition. So you composite the runnable in a thread that we call it carrier thread. In simple words, you feed a thread with a runnable interface that you have implemented it. You composite it into your thread class. But when you extend a thread, you are using actually inheritance. So these are the most important differences between them that I will discuss about these differences deeply. Also, you should keep in mind and always remember that many APIs in Java accept runnable interface as a worker, not thread class. So when you want to pass your thread to other APIs, your other classes in Java, it would be better that you go with runnable interface and implement runnable. Another important difference between runnable and thread is that, as you know, in Java you don't have multiple inheritance. So if your class has already extended and inherited from another class, it is not possible to extend thread 2. So you should implement runnable interface. And you should keep in mind that when you use runnable instead of thread, your runnable won't be binded to a thread object. So in the future, you can delegate your work to some other execution mechanism. But if you extending the thread, your worker is binded to a thread object. And also by implementing runnable, multiple threads can share your instance of your work. But if you extend thread, you have to create a new instance for your work and pass them to each thread. So these are the main differences when you select runnable interface or when you select thread class for implementing thread in your program. In this slide, as you see, different life cycle of a thread. It, I can add other states to this slide, but these states are most popular and important states of a thread. The first state is a new thread, is new. When you new your thread, the state will be new and your thread will be in new state. When you start your thread, the state will be transit to running, and also your thread may go to waiting based on different conditions and situations. For example, you can explicitly use thread asleep and cause your thread to sleep and wait for some milliseconds, or may some other mechanism cause your thread to be waited and going to sleep. For example, we have a class in Java that is resides in Java util concurrent package. We call it cyclic barrier. When you use a wait method of the cyclic barrier, your thread will be going to waiting states. Or we have another class in Java util concurrent package uh, with the name countdown latch. Also, when you're using the await method of countdown latch, your thread will go to the waiting state. Another state of a thread can be the dead or terminated state. When your thread finish doing its task, it will be terminated and going to the dead state. Also, it's possible that your thread terminated in some other ways. So it may go to the dead or terminated state in the middle of running a state, in the middle of executing its task.